5 or 10 times during a big snowstorm.
Yeah.
So you may want to have a few contract clauses. But what's the next thing you want to get into?
You mean snow removal wise?
Yeah, whatever.
Let me think a second. Let's go over the lot I have. It's a 10,000 square foot lot. They wanted a seasonal estimate. So, a 10,000 square foot lot, I figured that would be about 3 to 4 bags of salt at very most. And it's one of the more difficult lots in my area. There's a lot of back dragging. So, probably about a 15 to 18,000 production rate per hour. So I did $100 flat rate if they want me to come in, plow it, and salt it, and leave. Or I could do it for a season for $14.50, and we get 14.37 snowstorms a year in this area. Like, most of them are within 1 to 3 inches, and it's like 2 that are 3 to 6 inches, and like 0.5 or something that are above that. So that was how I did my account there. So I gave them the seasonal price. It came out to $14.50, and they mail a check the first of every month. I actually got the first check just a couple days ago, $2.90.
So they're paying you good. If you're getting $145 per time that you've got a salt, is it salt and sand or just salt?
Just salt.
Okay, just salt. And you figured 2 to 3 bags?
Yeah.
And do you know how many times a season you're going to be salting? That's the big thing.
Not really, no.
You salt almost as many times as you plow. Sometimes you go out and salt when you're not plowing.
Yes.
So at least in Minnesota, we salt more than we plow. Because we salt on a commercial lot, we salt every time we plow. That just, you plow, then you salt, plow, salt, plow, salt. And then you get a few of those dusting events where you can't plow, so you got to go out and salt.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's how you frame that. And one of the things that, if you're going to be including salting, you should tell them, hey, this includes 3 saltings per season. Or it includes 4 saltings per season. Okay?
Yeah.
You don't want to just leave it open-ended on something like that, because in this case, it's $14.50 for your seasonal contract. If you get, if you have a warm winter where you're at, and it's just ice, and you're hardly ever plowing, what happens is you're putting a lot of money into materials at that point. You may salt 20, 30 times, okay? Hey, you probably still would make money if you're not plowing, but you may end up plowing. You want to limit how much you're going to do, and then once you hit that ceiling, you can start to charge extra.
Okay. Yeah, I estimated it that each time I came out to plow, which would be about 15 times per season, each time I came out, I would be salting. So around 15 to 20 times I estimated for salting.
Okay, so every time you plow, so you're going to plow 15, you're going to plow 15 times, and you're going to salt 15 times, and you're going to salt every time you plow. So you count that in. The cost of your salt, you figure 2 to 3 bags. Each bag costs $5, so you get about $15 in materials, right?
Yes.
So you got 150. You've got $225 in salt. You're gonna spend on salt for the season.
Yes. I already have a pallet sitting out in the shed right now. 49 bags.
Okay. So that's still coming out of your $14.50.
Yes.
So you're 200. Actually, I gotta take this call real quick, Josh.
Okay.
Genadek. Hello?
Hi, sorry, Stan.
Yeah.
Larry Nolan at the Boston Sport.
Yeah, Larry. You want to go for 1 o'clock?
Perfect.
What's that?
Yeah, that was perfect. I don't remember what Tom's number is. My address is 2122.
Got it. Okay. I'll meet meet you there at 1 o'clock, Larry, and if I have any issues, I'll call you at this number, 233, the one on my phone.
Exactly. Perfect.
See you then. Bye. Thanks, Larry. Okay, sorry about that, Josh.
No
I got a
problem.
lot of phone calls coming in right now, so. But that should hopefully be the last one for a little bit.
Hopefully.
Okay, so the 1450 minus 225 gives you what, 1225 for the season. You figured $100 flat rate for snowfall, so you're actually getting, technically, you're getting $122. Well, wait a minute. No, it's not the snowfalls. It's 14.3. Okay. So, what is your? I'm gonna look something up here while you. You got another question? I'm just gonna look something up while you're talking.
Also with the commercial account there, they weren't too psyched about doing a seasonal account or seasonal contract if we get 0 snowfalls. So they said if it was kind of a mutual agreement, if we get less than 4 storms this season, 4 events that I come out to, salting, plowing, doesn't matter. If I come out less than 4 times, I have to give half back, which I agreed to. But if I come out 4 times, that would be $400. But half of that would be $725. So I still make a couple hundred more than I would have per push.
Well, yeah, for sure. I wouldn't worry about it. That's awesome.
Yeah. So I made sure I was still covered that way.
You're not doing the work. You're coming out ahead. But let's go back. I want to run through a number. You got $14.50 for your seasonal contract. That's salting and plowing. You have $225 in salt per your purchase price of salt, right?
That is correct. Yes.
Okay. So that leaves you with $12.25 to put in your pocket to plow 15 times.
Yes.
So that's how many cents you have per season. So technically, you're getting $81.67 per plow.
Profit after the salt. And, well, there's other expenses in there as well, but that's what we're saying.
So
That
you're basically clearing $81.67 per plow. You have to put fuel, insurance, stuff like that, and that's fine. I'm not.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that you're good. You're good with that, and you understand that that's what you're making.
Absolutely.
Because that's a big thing, you know. I mean, if you're quoting them 100 and you think you're going to put 100 really closer, by the time you pay for fuel, you're going to probably have $8-9 in fuel every time you go out. You know, I mean, maybe that's a little high, but you know, and maintenance. So you may be putting $75 per time in your pocket, which I mean depends on the size of the lot. 10,000 square feet. I don't know how long it'll take you. Take you an hour?
Probably about a half hour.
Oh, there you go. So you're making $150 an hour for your truck.
For sure.
$75 per time, and each time you do it in 30 minutes, that includes salting. You're making, if you could do that all day long, you'd be making $150 an hour per truck. $75 per hour is more than you make as a subcontractor for an average truck. So
yeah, I'm making
that rate of being your own contractor.
I'm making 65 subcontracting.
65?
65.
Yeah, that's about right. Yep. They get paid between 64 and 67 in Minnesota as a subcontractor.
Okay. What else? How do you store bulk salt? Like,
If it's not in bags, like you buy a ton or 2 tons of salt, you store it in you rent one of those storage containers.
the ocean container things?
Yeah, that's how I did it. You know, you gotta find whatever works for you, but that's whenever I would, you know, bring in 15 or 20 tons of salt, that's how I do it. Then you can lock it up. You'd be surprised at how that salt will disappear if you just put it on a tarp in a parking lot.
Yeah, I wouldn't. That would probably disappear pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
But tarp in the salt, will it go bad like that if you put like 2-3 tarps over it?
No, as long as the moisture doesn't get to it too bad, it may harden up on you a little bit. You may lose a little bit if it's raining or whatever. I'd be more worried about it getting stolen.
Yeah, that would be an issue. Well, I was talking at my own place.
Oh, yeah. You know, you can also use a fuel oil tanker, or, you know, any kind of a bulk container to hold it.
Yeah. What are your opinions on residential plowing?
Love it.
Because what I'm thinking about doing is, I've never seen this done or heard of it done. I want to design a flyer for snow removal. I've never seen
I've
anyone.
seen it done.
I've never seen it done in my area. Like, I've never gotten them. I've gotten tons of flyers for lawn mowing, all kinds of other stuff. But I want to design.
You can do a driveway for $25, Josh. Is that right?
What's that?
Can you do a driveway for $25 or so?
Yeah.
Huh. What if you had 20 driveways to do?
For sure.
Yeah.
So
You got 25 driveways to invoice every month, but you know.
man, driveways, they usually get done at the very end, correct?
Yeah, they're usually not quite as picky. You know, so if you want, when you say usually get done at the end, we've got to prioritize. So you're going to have your commercial accounts, then you're going to have your apartments and townhomes, which usually just get done during the day. So your commercial accounts get done at night, okay? Because the business owners come in, you know, the businesses are open during the day. They usually open at 7 a.m. and go to noon or whatever, right? Or not noon, but, you know, 10 o'clock at night. They're closed at night. So that's when you plow them. You plow your townhomes and associations during the day because that's when people wake up and they go to work and their cars are out of the lot. So you usually got to have a path opened up so people can get in and out. But then you do the full cleanup during the day. So you've got your night account, then you got your day account, and then you got your driveway. And your driveway, usually you're going to use an excuse to do your driveway last. Okay, here's a little trick, because you're going to want to tell your customers, they're going to be like, hey, I want my driveway plowed. You're going to be like, you're going to want me to plow your driveway after the city streets have all been cleared.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Otherwise, I'll plow your driveway, and the city street will come in and will leave this giant rig at the end of your driveway. So that gives you an excuse to do it later on.
That's a good excuse too.
It actually works, because otherwise you can tell, look, I plow it now, and then I'm going to come back and plow it again, but you're going to be hit with a double bill, but if I just wait a little while, I can plow it all at the same time.
Yeah. So the subcontracting I'm doing, they gave me an apartment complex. So you say it's best time to do that during the day?
As a subcontractor, you're kind of stuck doing it when the contractor wants it done, because they know the contract parameters.
Yeah.
Okay? But typically, apartments, townhomes, and things like that usually get done during the day because all the tenants need is for work.
Okay. I'm actually giving an estimate out today at 1 o'clock for private drive. They said it's like 2 blocks long. They're looking to get that plowed because they lost the old guy who's doing it. He's no longer doing it for them, so they're looking to hire out. So I'm gonna be
2 blocks long?
something like that. I haven't looked at it yet.
Those are awesome driveways.
Yeah, there's 8 houses in the place. It's private drive.
Okay.
It's like a HOA type thing.
You gotta go in and, use your best judgment on something like that. How far away is it from your main route? And, where are you gonna push snow? A lot of times, when we use these commercial snowfall formulas, but sometimes you gotta base the production rate on where the snow's going, and, there's a lot of variables that just take common sense, Josh. And so when you're gonna go out and look at this driveway that you're talking about, you're gonna want to use common sense and go, what can I get the job for? Where am I pushing the snow? How often? Yada, yada, yada. And then shoot from there.
Okay, yeah. The issue I have is I don't have the capabilities to salt that. I don't have the bulk salt, or I don't have the spreader in the truck. Right now, my accounts are real small, and I'm just using a push spreader and bagged salt.
Okay. Well, you can subcontract the salt application out. That's going to be expensive. Or, if you're just not ready for it, you can, I used to salt a lot of stuff with bags, and I would just throw it out by hand afterwards, and just bite the bullet. And it's called work for a reason, Josh. You got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
I salt parking lots like that.
Well, what I was getting at is, would they even go for an estimate without salt included, for like a driveway type deal?
Oh yeah, for sure. 99% of what I do, I just do for residential, has no salt whatsoever, and it's
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'll try to do because it's a lot of money to fork out on that much salt in bags anyway.
And if you also want to talk about it, you talk about a residential driveway, okay? I want you to view it like this. They don't want their grass fried out. So you're not going to want to go out there and salt it every time, right?
Yeah.
They just want it clear. They want it accessible so they can get to the main highway. A lot of times you can just go in and say, look, you know what, I understand. Do you want salt every time? I just want to bring it to your attention that if we do salt, a lot of salt, it can technically damage the grass and the vegetation that's alongside of it. And salt also damages the surfaces of the driveways themselves. It eats away at it, and that's a known fact. Salt deteriorates concrete, deteriorates asphalt to a certain extent. I mean, it's not like really bad, but it does, right?
Yeah.
And so you can try to steer them, because you're not ready to do salt on that job. Use that to steer them away from doing salt every single time and to do it on an as-needed basis. Then you can give them a break, and then you can do all your plowing, get everything done, and then you can go back that afternoon when all your plowing is cleared out, grab your 5-6 bags of salt, and go out and salt that long stretch. You price it well enough that you make some money doing that.
Yeah.
That way.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense on how to get out of salting. That's definitely a good way to word it. So I think that pretty much sums up most of the questions here.
Perfect.
I am filming on my end. We're at 35 minutes. So, do you care if I post this video to YouTube?
Oh, go for it.
Go for it.
Yeah, you videotape it or just record the call?
Videotape the whole thing. So, I videotaped the whole thing right now. I'll send you the link when I do get it uploaded then.